Hi everybody, once again you are welcome to my YouTube tutorial, and in today's video we'll be talking about sales performance analysis. This is going to be a beginner friendly dashboard. We are not going to spend much time. If you are new to Power BI and you would like to learn something quickly, and you would like to learn how to visualize and how to analyze some basic data as a beginner, this video is actually for you. As you can see, we have about 6 charts here, and I'm going to be teaching you how to just pick your chart and what you just have to do as a beginner. And I'm also going to provide the data sets needed for you to follow along. And please, if you find this video useful, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe to this channel, please share, and please also put a comment and let me know what else you want me to work on and what else you want me to do video on. And also, if you are new to the channel, Pizza Analytics, this is what we do. We build visualization around data using Microsoft Power BI, using Microsoft Excel. This is Microsoft Power BI, and also I'm going to replicate this in Microsoft Excel, as many of you that would like to learn something from Excel, building Excel dashboard. Also, we have some tutorial on SQL as a beginner, and we are taking it to the advanced level. You can check out that as well. And also, we have some project on Python if you like to learn machine learning, if you like to learn something about how to now analyze your data in Python. You will also find that in this video. As we have said earlier, this is a beginner friendly and we are starting everything from the scratch. I'm going to be telling you how to upload your data and what you expect to do after you upload your data, and the next step you have to take. Then the first thing we are going to do is you open your Microsoft Power BI, which I've already opened my own, so I'm going to open it now for us to start our journey. I have my Power BI opened already, and this is desktop, Power BI desktop. And then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to click on a blank report. So I'm going to be taking this slowly and I'm going to be taking it step by step. So once you open your Microsoft Power BI, the first thing you have to do, if you don't have your data in any of the following, you don't have your data in One Lake Data Hub, you don't have your data probably, even though you have your data in Microsoft Excel, you don't have your data in SQL Server or whatever, just come to, either you have your data in all this form, just come to the blank report, open the blank report. This is the blank report that we have. Now, from the blank report, when you go to the left-hand side, you can see the first one we have the report view. This is where the chart is going to be, our calculation, our KPIs, everything. We are going to have them here. Then the next thing is when you go to here is going to be the table view. Once you upload your data, the table, your data will appear here as a table. So that's why we call it a table view. And peradventure you have more than 2 tables, more than 2 data that you upload, probably you upload up to 3, 4, 5 different data. We call this is the relationship. You can see this is model view. The model view, this is where you have a relationship between the data. This is where we connect a data together. I've already done a video on that. You can check one of my videos. We will see the advanced Power BI where I use what we call relationship. And also there is another video also that you will see, which is the car sales. You can also check out that. I also make use of relationship. So you can see we have something that connected the data together. Let's say, for instance, if I have this data and I have this data, and I would like to, probably I have price here, and here I have the product, and I would like to take the product and take the price and check Without a relationship, I will not be able to get the actual something that I need. So we'll go back to our report view. Then from our report view, we can actually get our data from imports, data from Excel. We can get our data import from SQL Server, and we can as well get our data by pasting into a blank table. Then we can use a sample data to get that. We can get data from another source, get a data from another source. Then as well, we can just come down here and click get data. Let's click here. We are using here and here give us the same thing. So either you click get data or you come down here and you click here. It will surely take you to the same place. So we have it here. Then you can see we have all. This is all the data formats we have, especially in Microsoft Power BI. So if your data set falls in one of these categories, just come down here and you click on the category. You can see here we have Power Query. If my data is in the Power Query, I will just click on the Power Query, then I will connect to Power Query to get my data. Then another thing you can do is you can also come down here to come to a file. All give all the dataset format that Microsoft Power BI have. Then the file will have broken it down. We have Excel workbook, then we have text and CSV, then we have XML, then we have JSON, then we have folder, then we have PDF, then we have package, then we have SharePoint. I've used this, I've used this, I've used folder also. You can also check one of the analysis that I did. So you will find the video whereby I use both the three. I uploaded data from Microsoft workbook as a workbook. Then I also use test/CSV. Then I also use a folder. But today we are going to get our data from Microsoft Excel. So we are going to click Excel. Probably in case you don't know with the exact format that your data format that you have, you can just say, okay, let me click on the Excel workbook and you click connect. It will take you to where you save your data. If your data is in desktop, you go to desktop. If your data is in download, you go to download. If your data is in a document, wherever you save your data, but I have my own data in my download folder, then I'm going to click project Excel. Then I'm going to upload the data. So that is the first step that you have to take as a beginner. There's much to learn from it, but I'm going to be taking it step by step. So these are the area. Okay, we're waiting for it to connect now. We have our data. This is the navigator and it's showing us the data that we have. Then I'm going to click on it. If you don't click on this, definitely it will not appear here. The reason why we are seeing this as a search, in case probably we have so many, this project probably has so many data in between that there are more than 50, 100. And instead of me scrolling down, I can easily type here the name of the data. Then we click on this place. Then we have it opened. We have our data opened already. Then the next thing we have to do, you can click load. When you click load, it will come to the data model here, where we are going to be starting to analyze and visualize our data. As for me, I always advise people to transform your data first. Click on transform. When you click on transform, it will take you to the Power Query editor. Then from the Power Query editor, and I want to let you know that the Power Query editor is actually different from the data model view. The Power Query editor is where you have to apply your data preparation, your every other thing that you have to do in your data. So we have, here is the Power Query. We have untitled Power Query editor because already we have not given it a title. Then we have here, the first thing I will ask you to check is check the data type. When you check the data type, you have to know if the data type are actually correct. And if you don't know, we have a number without a dot. We give you a whole number. Let's click here. And you are going to see we have fixed decimal. Then we have, this is decimal number. We have fixed decimal. Decimal number and fixed decimal number, they are actually the same, just that this has a currency. Then we have a whole number. You can see this is whole number. It's showing 1, 2, 3. You can see by it 1, 2, 3 is showing a whole number. Percentage, it will give you the percentage, date and time. You can see it will show the actual time if we are using date and time, but we don't use date and time, we use date alone. So that is why we are having it as a date is actually correct. Then the next thing is time. We don't have a time in our table. Then we have date, time, time zone. We don't have that. Duration, we don't have that. Text, we actually have text. Text is ABC. You can see we have ABC as our text. Then any other ones, true or false, binary, we don't have that. Then we click out. The next thing I will also ask you to do is go to your view. From the view, check the column quality. You can just check the column quality. It will show you how everything about your data. You can say we have valid 100%, we have empty, we have error is 0, then we have empty is 0 as well. So our data is not much, so that is why we couldn't scroll to the right or scroll to the left. So we have that already. Then the next thing says, since you see that everything is correct, you checked very well, there's nothing to do here any longer, we uncheck this. Then we go to home. Then from home, we are going to click on close and apply. Clicking on close and apply will take you to the data model where we are going to be visualizing our data. There's so much to learn from this because we are not cleaning any data. This data is not really dirty, so we don't have anything much to clean. We don't even have anything to clean in this data at all. So we will have used so many things here. Then you can also, I will refer you to some of my videos, if not all, for you to see how I made use of all those things here. I made use of so many of them here, so you can find that in my previous video. So from home, then you click on close and apply. This will bring us down to where we upload our data from. Remember, we get our data by getting data. So, and this is where we have now. If I've loaded the data directly, I will have come down here, but I click on transform the data. So this is the first step as a beginner that you have to do. Not all, but some of the steps that you have to take, because as a beginner, you keep on learning every day. So we are waiting for the data to fully load. Then from there, we also start the next step. We kicked the next step from there. So we have our data. Our data is already opened. Then as I've said, this is the report view. This is where we are going to be putting our reports. Then the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to save this data, go to file, then go to save as. From save as, browse this device. It depends on where you want to save your data, but I normally save my own data in my download. So I'm going to name it project. I'm going to make it project report. Project report, that is all. Then I'm going to save. Then it will appear here. So you can see project report. So the next thing I'm going to do, since already we're in the report view, I'm going to make this as a report. And I'm going to make it a page one. So I'm going to make it report. Then I'm having that, click enter. As you can see, I showed you something about the table the other time. So this is table view. Let's view our table. And we actually have our table here. Let me open it. This is the table that we have. We have just one table here. So that is our table. Let me go to the relationship view, which is the model view. We have one table, so there's nothing to connect together here. But peradventure, we have more than two tables. Probably we have another table here. We have another table here. We can easily join them together by something they have in common. So we go back to our report view. And the next thing we are going to pick is our card. We want to see the KPIs. And how can we see the KPIs? Number one, the numbers are the KPIs. Sometimes you can as well use the text as a KPI. It depends on what you are looking for. I may decide to see a decent item. If I want to see a decent item, I can't just use it directly. Either I create a measure, or I use a count, or I use a count, discrete count. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a card. I just want to be assured that you can't learn everything once in one video, so you have to keep on learning. Then I'll pick the card. Then the first thing I'm going to pick is I'm going to pick the amount. So this is the amount I'm going to pick. Then we have the amount of 2 million. Then the next thing I'm going to do is you come back to these three dots. You can see this three dot, more option. You click on it. Then you go to format. Then from the format, you go to size and style. So this is what I'm going to be doing now. Then not necessarily you do this, but it depends on how you want your visualization to look like. So I don't want the background, so I'm going to remove the background. Then I'm going to use the visual border. So you will see what the visual border actually means. And I don't want a color black. I want something that is 30% darker, which is what I want. Exactly, this is what I want. So I'm going to reduce this a bit. Then I will go back to, I will scroll down. I can actually close this up. Then I will go back to the title. I'm going to on the title. Then I'm going to close category label. This is the category label. Here, sum of amount is the category label, so I don't want it. I close the category label. I can actually add my own title, which I've already clicked title. Then what's the title? I'm going to put the title as total sales. The title is going to be a total sales. Then the next thing is I'm going to center it as centered. So you can see I have it in center. Then I will move down to call out value. The call out value is the 2 million we are having, which is the value. You can see we are having display unit as automatic. If I said none, it will say it will change to several figures long, which I don't want. So, and the next thing is I'm going to do is I'm going to run from automatic. If I put it in 1000, you can see it's going to give me 180 something. I'm not going to get the actual figure. So I'm going to use million the way it was. So that is it. And the next thing is I'm going to click out. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to paste. Because I'm going to reuse it for another one. Then I'm going to uncheck the amount. Then I'm going to put the price. So we have the price and it's 0 million because the price is not in million. The total sales is a million. That is why we have that as a million. Then I will scroll down. First of all, not total sales. I will change the title for total sales. I will change it to price. Then the next thing is I will go down to the value. You know where I will change the value, call out value. Then I will remove from millions, then I will put it in thousand. Let me see. You can see because it's actually in thousand. So price. So we have that already. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this as well. I'm going to copy, then I'm going to paste because I'm going to reuse it for the third time. Then I'm going to remove the price. I'm going to put the quantity. So the quantity I'm not going to use. Okay, let's come down here. I'm going to remove from 1000. I'm going to put it in none because I just want the number there. So the next thing is I'm going to change the price. The title, I'm going to put it in quantity. And I'm going to put it in quantity. I hope it's correct. In quantity. Exactly. So I'm already done with that already. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to pick. I want to see the sales by 6%. So I want to see the amount. by 6 months. Then what am I going to pick? Using here, I'm going to use this 100% area stack, and I can decide to use this stack column chart as well, but I'm going to use this 100% stack column chart. So I'm having this. Then I'm going to put this somewhere around here because I want to start to arrange it already. Then I'm going to pick the salesman already. Then I want to see the amount generated by each 6 months. So you can see, then I'm going to bring this down, move this up a bit. Then I'm going to, what am I going to do here is I'm going to, let me just make it somehow big here because I'm still going to adjust these two already. Then we come down here, we are going to adjust everything that we see here. Then the first thing is I'm going to change the title. I'm going to make it 6 by 6 person or 6 personnel. Sales by 6 personnel. That is the title I'm going to use. Then I'm going to center it. So I'm going to bring it down to center. You can see we have text, so we have this center. Then the next thing is I don't want anything about the y-axis. This is the y-axis on the left hand side. So we go to the y-axis. This is the y-axis first. I don't want anything in the y-axis, so I'm going to switch it on. You can see everything has disappeared. And for the x-axis, I don't want the title. This is the title, the 6 months. So I go to the x-axis now. Where is the x-axis? This is, I can, okay. Close the title. And this is the x-axis. The x-axis, I don't want the title, the value. The names are the value. So I have that already. Then the next thing is I'm going to put a data label. Then I will move straight down to data label. And I'm going to switch on the data label. You can see we have the data label in million is 0.0.0.0. But I'm going to change the value. Let's go to the value. And I'm going to change it from auto. I'm going to change it to 1000. So that is it. Because when you add everything together, it's going to give you the actual 2 million. So we have that. Then the next thing I want to achieve from here is I would like to see the top 3 performances personnel and the less 3 performances personnel. So these are the things we are going to achieve from here. So we'll go back here. We are going to put, let's go to size and style. We don't want the background because I'm going to put a background. Then we want the visual border. Then I'm going to make it 30% darker. That's actually what I want. Then I put it down, so that is good. Then the next thing is I'm going to pick one of these. I'm going to pick this, or I can as well use this. Let me use cluster bar chart. For the cluster bar chart, what I want to see, because I'm going to use this 2 times. The first thing is I want to see the top. So I'm going to pick the amount. Then I'm going to pick the 6%. You can see I only need the top 3 selling 6%. And then I'm coming to, let's come to filter. You can see this is the filter. Then go to the 6 month. Then open it. Then go to, this is basic filtering. Click on it to open, then go to top end. Then choose 3. We have our 3. Then what value that we want them to show? We want the value to be the amount. Then we click apply. So we have the top 3 here. These are the top 3 performing. Then the next thing we are going to do is we come down to, we can close this. Remember that we don't want our background. So let's open it again. We close the background. We use the visual border, and we are going to make it 30% darker. Then we can close this size and style. Then we'll go to the x-axis, the title first. We'll go to our title. Then we are going to make it top 3. Top 3 performing. Top 3 performing sales personnel. Top 3 performances personnel. So that's what we want. Then we come down to, we can just move this a bit. Then the next thing we are going to do, we can close this title. We go to our y-axis. And the y-axis, we don't need the value alone. Just, the title. So we'll switch off the title. Then we go to our x-axis. We don't need everything about the x-axis. So we'll remove it. Then we go to our data label. We put our data label. Million, no, we are going to value. Then from the value, we are going to change it to 1000 as usual. Then the next thing is we go back to our data label. We can see the position is auto. Then we change it outside hand. So we have it in outside hand. So we are done with that already. Then if we decide to pick this, let's reuse this. Let me copy this and let me paste. And let's have it closer here. And we're going to actually adjust this to be able to cover this. So we have that. Then we'll come down here. Don't forget that we have a filter that we already applied. So today, let's go back to basic filtering for this. Now for the basic filtering, we want to select all. And when you select all, you can see we have the top 3, which is this. Then from there, we want to remove the top 3 and we want to have the 3 lowest. So let's check the name. First of all, we have this as one of the top 3. So one of the top 3. So we are going to uncheck. Then we have the second one. We are going to uncheck. Then we have the third name. Then we are going to uncheck. So when you see, you can see the figure here is different from the figure that we have here. Then the next thing is we close this. Then we come down here. We'll go to sort. You can see this is a descending. They want to make it in ascending. So that is what we actually want to achieve. Then we'll go to the title. Where's our title? We go to the title. Let's move up once again. Let's move to, this is the title. Then we'll make it, this is 3 poor performing sales personnel. You can see, so let's click out. Already we have that. So I'm going to move this down because I'm going to put a label on it. I'm going to move this down as well. I'm going to move this down as well. And I'm going to make sure it's aligned with this. Then I'm going to just move this down up a bit. I'm going to move this up a bit as well. And I'm going to move this up a bit. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do about it. Then we can just reduce this. Reduce this. Then we can as well reduce this. Then we can move this a bit closer here. Then we can adjust this. Then we can also adjust this. We are still going to adjust everything about it. So let's not bother ourselves about that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I will come down here again. I'm going to pick the same thing that I picked here. So I can actually reuse this. Go to copy, go to paste. Then I'll bring this down here. So I'm going to bring this down very close here. Then the next thing I'm going to use is I'm going to remove the salesperson. Then I'm going to use the item. The item. Then I'm going to remove the amount. I'm going to use the quantity. So because we want to set the top products, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to the top. I'm going to make it says quantity by item. Quantity by item. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I don't have anything to change much except this, because it's not a million. Then we'll go to the value. Let's go to the value. We have a data label. Then we'll move to the value. This is the value. Then we are not having it in 1000. Let's make it none. So exactly, we are going to have what we need. Then the next thing we are going to do is this. We have that already. Then we are going to also copy this. We're going to copy. We're going to paste. Because also we want to see the top 3 performing products. Then we have this here. Then the next thing we are going to do, we are going to remove the amount. We are going to use quantity. Then we are going to remove. Then we are going to use the item. So you can see, but we want the top 3. So let's go to filter. Let's go to item, like what we did. And let's make top 3. You can only appear on top and filter once. Oh, because we've already used it. So I'm going to remove this. Then I'm going to pick a new. Let's see what we use here. So we use this. I'm going to click out. I'm going to pick this afresh. Then I'm going to have the item. Then I'm going to have the quantity. Then I will go to the filter. Then I will have the top n. I need the top 3 products. Then the value. What value I want to filter it with? I want to filter with the quantity. Then I'm going to click apply. So we have the top 3 products, that is item that is doing very well. Then I'm going to close this. Then I will go to the title and I'm going to make the title top 3 selling item. Top 3 selling item. Then this is, I'm going to center it to be at the center. You can see. Then we don't need this, which is the y-axis title. I remove it. I don't need anything about the x-axis. The title and the value, I'm going to remove them because I'm actually going to put a data label. So let's go to data label and we're having our data label. So that is actually good. Then the next thing is I can just copy this and reuse. So then let's go to, we still have something more to do. We go to the size. We don't want the background, but we are using a visual border. And we are going to make it 30% darker. So that's it. Then I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to paste. I'm going to copy this and paste. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I will come back to the filter here. Instead of top 3, I will go to the basic. Let's come down here. I will go to the basic filtering. Then I will select all. Then I want to see, I don't want printer from there. Let me remove printer. I don't want mouse. Let me remove mouse. I don't want monitor. Let me remove monitor. You can see that we actually have the lowest. So I close it back. Then I go to the title. Where's the title? So I have less 3 poor selling item. Poor selling item. Then I will come down here. I'm going to sort and I'm going to make descending. So that is actually what I want. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to rewrite the name. I'm just going to copy the name and put. Then the next thing I want to do is we want our slicer. We have the slicer. Make the slicer. I'm going to put the slicer here. I'm going to do it a bit. Then I'm going to straighten this. Then for the slicer, we just want our month. Let's go to the date. Date hierarchy. Then I'm making the month. Then I'm going to slicer settings. Instead of vertically, I'm going to make it title. So exactly that is what we have. Then I'm going to click out. Then the next thing I'm going to do, which I'm going to put a background. So let's click this off and let's cover this off. And I'm going to put the background. So we are going to reduce the transparency. You can see this is our background that we have already. As I've said, I'm going to copy the title that I used the other time. I'm going to copy this title, then I'm going to bring the title down here. I'm going to paste. Let me see if this works. Oh, no. No. Let me undo. Undo again. Remove. I really want to, I don't want to copy, I don't want to type something, so that is why I want to copy the title of this, and let me see if I can paste the title here. So yeah, performances. I have this here already. I'm just going to reduce it a bit. Then I'm going to recopy this. To copy, then I'm going to paste. Then I'm going to make it here. And this is going to be the product performance. I'm having this as product performance. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to change this chart. I'm going to make this different color. That's the name. It's the next thing left. Please, if you find this video useful, please, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please comment, and please share, and click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. So I'm going to change the color. That is what I'm going to do. All. So what I did was I just changed the color to white, then change this to red. So the next thing is we are going to change everything here to white, and we are going to change the shirt as well. So we have our title already. Let's make it white. Then we can as well, let me undo, since these are both the same, let's just then control on the keyboard, then let me click this. Then we go to title. The title is going to be, so we change it together. Then we go to the x-axis and the value. So we have the x-axis here. Then we are going to make it white as well. So you see, then we'll go to the value. Then we are going to make the value white. This is the value. So we are going to make the value white as well. So we have everything completely. But there's one thing I would like us to do. Probably let's leave that way. Then I'm going to click out. Then I'll come back to this because I'm going to change the shirt color. Let's move that to color. Then from the column, the first thing I'm going to use, I'm going to change this to this. So we have that already in the format. Then the next thing is I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change this to this color. Then we'll come down here. Then I'm going to click and also click on this. Then I will go to, first of all, let me go to the title, and we're going to make everything white. Then we'll come down to the y-axis here. Then we'll make everything white as well. Then we'll go to the value. Let's come down to the value. The value should be down after the label. Then we'll make it white as well. So we are done with that. I click out. Then I will click on this because I'm going to change the shirt color. I'm going to choose a color like this. Then I'll come down to this. I'm not going to change it. I'm leaving it like that. Then we'll come down to here and here. Then we first of all go to the title and we change them to white. So let's go to x-axis, y-axis this time around, the value, make it to white as well. Then we'll go to the value. Let's go to the detail label down. Then I'm going to make this white. Then I'm clicking out. Then I'm going to click back on this. Then I'll go to this, and I'm going to make it this. Then for this, I'm going to make it this. So that is exactly what we have initially. Then before then, I'm going to copy the title. Then I'm going to paste. So I'm not going to write the title afresh. Then I'm going to have it copied. Then I have it. So we have our title already. Then the next thing is I'm going to change this. So we come down here at this. We'll go to the slicer settings. Ready? We have everything ready. For the value, let's go to the value, and I'm going to make the white. Don't forget. Then the next thing I'm going to know. Before then, let's go to here. Let's go to advanced and let me responsive. I'm going to shut it off. And we'll go back to our size and style. We'll remove the background. So we'll be able to have a good background. Then we have our visual border. We're going to switch it on, then we are going to have 30%. Then we go back to our heading, slicer header, then we have it white. So that is all that we need to do in this basic Power BI. Please, if you find this video useful, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please share, and please comment, and click the bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So we are going to test our slicer now. First of all, I'm going to test it from December. Let's see what's happening in December. In December, the total sales is 0 million. Then the price is 41,000. Then the quantity is 147. The reason why we're having this, maybe we'll go back and we change this from million to, let's go to the callout and let's make it none first. We are having it in a million. Let's make it none. And let's see what will happen. So you can see in December, this is the amount we have. This is the amount we have. 207,610. So let's close this. That is what we are going to use. But if we remove it, you can see we are having, this is the amount we are having, total sales. Then let's go to November. In November, you can see we're having 315,020. Then we have the quantity, 74. Then we have this person having 1,000, which is for performance, 7,000, 13,000. Then also these people also have, even though some of them that have a high performing generally than these people that is having this, but month differ. So we go to October and let's see what actually happened in October. Then you can see in October, so you can see we are having this person and this person is already part of those two. Then we have this, then we also have these people. So sometimes even the poor selling also sells than the big one, because here we are having 42 and here we are having 26. So this scanner shouldn't be, you understand, speaker and scanner, even scanner that we're saying is lesser, also sell more than in November. So we click out and here is what we actually have. So we've come to the end of this tutorial, sales performance analysis. Please, once again, if you find this video interesting, if you find this video useful, please subscribe, please share, and please comment and click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for taking this wonderful ride with me. See you once again.